A lot of you love the cart but wanted to see more. Good, I'm here to deliver. But I don't want to post the occasional video about me tinkering with it. Have no fear, I will be working on this. I just have some ideas on throttle bodies thanks to some of your comments, and plan to deep dive on an entirely new individual throttle body setup that's a bit more plug and play with my ECU. I want to go through this motor and I want to do many track days and get everyone a lot better footage of some hard runs and get some proper lap times, because my power to weight advantage will make it for an entertaining run. Finally, I will get the body done, and I know everyone wants to see the plans on that, and it'll look something like this. I plan to do this out of fiberglass, and I've never done anything more than a bike tail. It should be entertaining to watch me learn along the way, at least. More on this towards the end of the video. But, in keeping with the tradition that I'm actually insane, here's the new project car. It's a W220 chassis Mercedes with a black interior, and I'm going to try and fix it up. No, just kidding. It runs and drives, it's a perfectly fine car. I'm going to make it none of those things. See, it's an S600, which means in addition to those glorious seats, it's very hot. In addition to those glorious seats, it has an M137 6-liter V12. It's 2 turbos away from a Pagani Huayra motor. Also dry sump and the weird intercooler and the bespoke ECU. Yeah, I read your Wikipedia article. This is getting turned into something. I haven't really figured out what yet. But I'm going to be posting regular updates on getting the motor pulled and everything reconfigured, probably with equal length headers, probably with individual throttle bodies. Currently it doesn't have a fan belt because power steering pump decided to stop being a power steering pump, but I don't really care. Why? Because I paid $1,200 for this, and it runs. Adjusted for inflation, it was $180,000 new. It has heated, cooled, and massaging seats. It has adaptive cruise control, ride height control, a suspension system that has its own fluid dynamics degree, and according to the manual, a free poster if I send in a postcard. No joke. If we look in the Partners in Motorsport, on the final page, it literally says, please send a racing car poster to this name. And I'm genuinely considering just sending this in to see what happens. So this is what almost $200,000 bought you in 2001. And I mean, you can see she has some problems, but you know what? It's mint. Everything about this is great. No problems whatsoever. And obviously it's spotless under here, so it'll be great. So, yeah. Okay, so stay tuned for that project. The V12 is probably getting pulled and put into a Porsche 928 or a C3 Corvette or one of those old 500k kit cars or something. That's the plan, at least. Back to the cart. The direct list of things that need to get done. Engine work is probably prime. I did a compression test the other day and it was not good. It was not good at all. So I'm probably going to reach out to the people at Flat 6 Innovations or LN Engineering and see what it would cost to get some parts into this, to get compression up and to get everything running right. Of course, with that, I'm probably going to do a mild build on it, and I'm looking for 911 horsepower, so I actually may find a similar condition 911 and swap the 3.6 into this as well. It's a thought I had, and that's about the power that I wanted to be making. It should all bolt up. We'll see what happens. The individual throttle bodies, these worked well for testing. I want to go through them and either completely rework them, go with a completely new set of throttle bodies, or try something completely different that I don't think's been tried before. So I have a thought process on using throttle-by-wire controllers to actuate the individual throttle bodies on an individual basis and wire them all in to the MS3 unit so that I can individually control throttle bodies instead of going through and having them all connected and be mechanically adjusted. Now, I know there's a big debate on throttle-by-wire over manual connections, and I've never really subscribed to that. So I'm going to put an end to the question once and for all. I know of a few people with slow motion cameras, and we're going to actually test whether throttle-by-wire is slower or whether it's just the lack of feeling throughout the throttle bodies, or what actually is the case with using throttle-by-wire. I'm interested to find out, and I don't know. So we're going to test that, and we're going to build an entirely new throttle body system for this. We're going to go through the motor, and then finally the body. I'm going to do it out of fiberglass. I went back and forth on aluminum to fiberglass and even carbon fiber. Carbon fiber just is not in the budget. Aluminum, it's more expensive, and if there's ever a rock chip that flies up or any damage that occurs, aluminum's a lot harder to fix than fiberglass. And once I get the mold built, then pieces should be able to swap back and forth pretty easily. I am going with the Lotus 49 livery, the older style, but it'll be a little bit different. It won't have any numbers on it, or won't have the Jim Clark name on it. It'll be green and yellow, but it'll be a little bit different. So that's the plans for this right now. I hope that's a little bit more of an update. Expect a video on the Mercedes probably tomorrow. Expect a video on this middle of next week. Hopefully there'll be enough updates on both. Thanks for watching.